the sign that kind of everyone's going, oh, like maybe this is actually a bigger deal than the swine flu, for example. That was kind of the hype came, the hype left, but the coronavirus thing is real. It's serious. Actually, so the Geneva Motor Show is kicking off real soon, and I saw a press release that they are actually urging companies that are either attending or displaying to do a very thorough virus check before they even get to Switzerland.
Interesting.
The company, what is the World Health Organization, I believe, is located in Geneva also, interestingly enough.
I believe it, yeah.
And they said something along the lines of like, listen, like we don't want to freak everyone, but like, go ahead and do your business. Just be logical, just like you would be anywhere. We got a statement from the organizers of the event, and they said the organizers encourage exhibitors from at-risk areas to ensure that their staff pass the necessary checks and do not show any symptoms of infection in the 14 days prior to their arrival in Switzerland, so as to avoid any risk of spread. So basically, like, we are, it's hitting. We're seeing the ripple effects from this thing hit the automotive industry, and it's hitting it hard. I thought it'd be worthwhile pointing out that we hear the city Wuhan a lot, right? That's where the epicenter of where this is all going on, and to stupid Americans like myself, I go like, oh, like it's just some city in China, right? So, do you have any guesses of how many people live in Wuhan?
I don't know, 1 million people.
11 million people live in Wuhan, which would make it like basically the biggest city in America if it was here. But it's a huge city. So their like automotive sector is worth $9.4 billion in the form of this company called Dongfeng. Dongfeng Motor Company is actually a joint venture between Nissan and Honda. And they like are set up within the city. So that's a really big deal. And GM also has a factory in Wuhan.
Is it an Oldsmobile factory or a Buick factory? Which one is it?
But so both Nissan and Honda have delayed reopening their plants. Each. No, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm sorry. So basically, what's happening is that all these factories in China and kind of the periphery, like South Korea and stuff like that, they're getting hit by basically the whole city is shut down, and the surrounding areas are starting to shut down as well because they don't want people walking around the city and stuff like that. So these factories are shutting down. And one of the really kind of crazy things about the supply chain for the car manufacturers nowadays, they work on such thin, basically a part shows up probably within 24 hours of it being put onto a car.
Right. They're not holding stock anymore, basically. It's like a big thing. Companies are just not holding as much stock because you don't have to.
You imagine these like boxes and I need a steering wheel. Okay, I'm going to go grab it from the 10,000. Like, that's not how this works. It comes in the order that's going to go in the car, and it's installed in a rapid fashion. So each car, the average car needs somewhere around 30,000 parts to make the full car. If you are missing one part, then you can't make a car.
Yeah,
you can't go, okay, like,
can you though? It depends on the part. Maybe you can make most of a car. Are we going to go through the VW TDI buyback scandal thing in terms of what is a car when you bring it back in?
The rear passenger window isn't that important.
No,
we got the rest
seats,
of them.
The seats are not that important. What makes a car then, right? I get where you're going with this, but I got to challenge you a little bit.
So, we are put in. There's crazy stories like Jaguar Land Rover. There's they said that this week they flew Chinese parts to Britain in order to keep production going in suitcases.
That sounds really sketchy, actually.
They picked up. They're probably so they can like reproduce it and stuff like that. They are saying that within 2 weeks they can run out of components. So basically, that means they make no more cars, which means that the dealers can sell no more cars, So we're having a huge ripple effect. And China, which is, basically being shut down by this whole coronavirus thing, makes up 30% of like BMW and Mercedes and the European brands. It makes up about 40% of the European brand sales. So basically what we're seeing is this whole, like what sounds like it's in like just like the world news, and it's showing up big time right in the automotive footprint. And we'll go into some stuff coming up right now. I'm going to bounce it back to you for the next thing that you saw. But there's stuff like the BMW car launches happening at Geneva this week. That the actual production of these vehicles is being threatened by, funny enough, the coronavirus.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that one though. So you're just
I don't know either. It got real dark there,
virus, a little bit serious and dark, and I'm supposed to go, well, have you heard about the 2021 Mercedes AMG GLA 45?